The Bible is a big book, full of smaller books that tell the story of God's love for his people. The book of John was written by one of Jesus' first and closest followers, John. John 1:1-18. Most of you have probably read the words Moses wrote about how God made the world in Genesis. But did you know John wrote about the beginning of the world too? In Genesis, we learn that when God spoke his word, things were created. Light, waters, land, plants, animals, and people. John tells us about creation too. He says, "In the beginning was the Word." Through the word God spoke, he created. The words we say start inside us. They're part of us as we think them and form them, and before they come out of our mouth. The Word that was in God and was part of God too. But the Word was also something else. John says, through him, the Word, all things were made. The Word of God isn't just letters said together that come out of God's mouth, like we might say hello to our neighbor. But the Word of God is a who, a someone who is God too, a someone who brings life and light to all people, a light that is brighter than the darkest darkness. And that light is Jesus. John was with Jesus. He walked with him and talked with him and saw all of the amazing things Jesus did and heard the incredible words Jesus said. John saw who Jesus is, and he wanted everyone else to know who Jesus is too. Jesus, the Word of God, spoken and creating at the beginning of time, came down to the world he made, shining bright like a light, but tiny as a baby. A baby like you and I were once, who had dirty diapers, and like you probably got a few bumps and bruises growing up. Jesus, the Word who creates, the light that gives life, became like you and me. He lived with the people he made, the people he loved. Many of the people he made couldn't see who he was. He came like a gift, but not all the people he made wanted him. But the people who did see who he was and did want him were given the most amazing gift of all, the gift of being adopted into his family, being called children of God. If you believe in Jesus and accept him, you are called a child of God too. You might have a mom or a dad or other people who care for you on earth and call you their child. But even if you don't, God calls you his forever child, with a love bigger than the whole world can hold.
Thanks for watching.